Hello and welcome to the Irish in the UK. This week we're coming to you from Greenford in London for the London Irish Vintage Club annual Charity Day. The sun is shining and it's going to be a cracker, so let's get on with the action.
He said he had rich and famous friends, he liked dropping names. I said, well, how do you do? That's good for you. I dig a lot of those actors. Son, you ain't got a thing on me. See, I got friends with tractors. They'll pull your groceries, haul a load, pull you out and fix the road. The good ass slow and speeders down when they pass through from my...
London Irish Vintage Club. What a great day it's going to be here today, Brendan.
Of course it is. It's going to be a brilliant day. The weather is 27 degrees apparently today, and we couldn't ask for better.
Now, this is a big annual event for you and for the club, isn't it? Every single year you've got a big support for this.
Big support, and the thing about it, we're well supported by different construction companies in London that know it's a big charitable day, and it's a big, it's well organised, and it's our Irish Day in London. It's the biggest day in London apart from the St Patrick's Day parade, and that's what it's about, to come here and have a bit of crack and enjoy the day. And we have Johnny Brady coming over from Northern Ireland, and a great entertainer, and we have a great selection of music on today as well, and the traditional stage and up here in the Country and Western stage.
And you started off the day bright and early with the London Vintage Tractor Run.
That's right. We had a little run from Maples Cross, which is about 13 miles from here, and people think, oh, it's too far. It's not too far. And everybody that drives or takes a vehicle here today gets one of them brass plaques, kindly donated or sponsored by Tony McGovern from County Leitrim. And thanks very much, Tony. And it adds a bit of interest to the day. But there's a man sitting over there, Hughie McGovern from County Cavan, and he was driving a machine out at Heathrow the time they were building the big brand new terminal there. And I think it was 2010. And I says to Hughie, I've got an idea of starting up a vintage club. And he says to me, oh, that'd be a great idea. But Hughie had vintage tractors and all that, you know. So anyway, to cut a long story short, Hughie still reminds me to this day about the crack we used to have out in Heathrow about starting this vintage day. And that's the kind of characters you have on board. And Hughie is a great supporter of the vintage day as well.
Riding high on my John Deere tractor, riding high for all the world to see. With the hedgerows flying by, I've got a twinkle in my eye, and a queue of cars a mile long after me.
If you're a vintage fan, there's loads of stuff. I mean, for today, look, we've got a tractor sitting over here, a petrol 1950s petrol tractor. And back here in the background, we've got a 190 donated by Mickey Moss from Ahayarn, County Tyrone. The Ferguson was donated by Donegal man from Buncrana, Felix McDade. That's for auction, this is for raffle. I mean, you can win that lovely £4,000 Mercedes, mint condition. I had it for a week and drove it about for £5. A £4,000 vehicle, and all the prizes and everything's been donated. You know, it's great, and Mickey Moss has been giving us vehicles for the last number of years, and always a great supporter of the Vintage Day. And he even has, would you believe it, a donkey and cart here today. You know, out in his farm, he's a wee farm, a couple of acres, and he's a donkey and cart out there today with the boys. You know, it's great.
It's fantastic. There's so much other things going on here though in the field, you know, for other people that's not into vintage, isn't there? There's thrashing going on over there. There's so many other stalls, so much.
James Doherty from Glengad, Mallinhead direction. James is a great man for thrashing. James has got the baler over there, and he's Jones baler, and you've got the boys there with the horse and carts and that. And they show you how dedicated they were, out cutting corn and barley last night to 12 o'clock with lights to try and get it for here today, you know. And that's the dedication them lads have, you know. I mean, we're well supported from Donegal, there's no question about that. But the likes of Tyrone, Monaghan, Kerry, Galway, great support altogether, you know, it's unbelievable.
Caroline, can you tell me a little bit about Hounslow Toy Library?
Hi, Hounslow Toy Library has been set up since 1976. We're based in Hounslow. We are a registered charity. All our children range from 0 to 19 with a disability. We provide a support group for families with children with a disability. We run open sessions on a Wednesday and a Thursday. Families can come along, have a cup of tea, lend a toy, have a general chit-chat.
Ingrid, can you tell me how long has the charity actually been in existence?
42 years.
How can people help you out?
Well, as much as anything, we want people to know that we exist, that there is help out there for someone just to chat and be told the right route to take with their child outside schooling.
Jean, now can you tell me a little bit about the toys? You've got lots of toys on your stall today. What do they represent?
They have all been donated by people for various reasons, and we in fact are selling them by doing a lucky dip or a Dr. Teddy, as we call it, a Dr. Fluffy, and the money then goes straight back into our account.
Anyone got a lassie? Jump in!
Johnny, welcome to London. Great to see you here on this lovely sunny afternoon or morning.
It's great to be here, Martin. Thanks for having me on Irish in the UK, and hello to everybody that's watching. What a lovely day here in London, and the band's excited to be here. It's my first time doing the Vintage Rally, and we're super excited to do it.
Yeah, and listen, it's going to be jam-packed here on that dance floor in a couple of hours' time when the people start coming in.
Yeah, I was just talking to Barry there, and he said, you know, they get crowds of like 10,000 here, and I'm sure with this kind of weather, and it's going to be an amazing day. I know we're all going to have our sunscreen on anyway, that's for sure. But massive dance floor, and just it looks like it's going to be a great gig, and we're very excited to do it. You know.
And I believe this is your first time to play in London.
Yeah, it's first time to play. It's first time to do this. I think I did do a play at Seamus Moore's pub about almost 6 years ago now. I just started on doing Irish country at the time, and we all came over and we did a night there, and it was a great gig, great atmosphere. You know,
it's great to see you guys here as well. But Johnny, tell me, how is things going for you now? Of course, we see you on all the different music channels on Sky and everything. But generally speaking, how is the music going for you?
Yeah, well, I mean, the music's going great, and you know, it's great for like you guys, you know, to bring me on the show, and it's great for getting out, you know, our music out to the masses. But back home in Ireland right now, the music is flying. Country music's probably bigger than ever back home, really.
Now, if people wanted to book you here and get you back to London, because I'm sure there's a lot of Johnny Brady fans here in London and all through the country, and they'd love to see you back here again, how can they contact you and make a booking with you?
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously the best thing to do is we've got social media. We've got the Johnny Brady Band page. You've also got my own personal page, Jay Brady. But I mean, you can go on just Johnny Brady, Google johnnybrady.com, and my manager Brendan, he's here with us today as well. And you know, Brendan's number's up there on the website. You can send an email.
Take me by the hand, take me out and dance, 'cause you know that it feels right. We're gonna sing.
Oh, I'm a little Ferguson built so many years ago. I was bought up in Dublin at the RDS Spring Show.
Huey, tell me a little bit about this massive Ferguson 20.
It's a 1961 Ferguson 20 diesel. My son bought it for me about 3 years ago.
Now tell me, Huey, what do you do with this tractor from Monday to Friday?
It's parked up, it's in retirement now, like myself.
Now you must have spent a good bit of money on doing this, because it's well refurbished, isn't it?
I suppose we did spend a fair bit on it. Mostly what we spent on it was just on the paint work. but it's all the original parts.
Now, you like vintage things because Brendan Vaughan was telling me earlier on, the man that's put his heart and soul into organising today, that when he first had this idea many years ago, that you were the first person he spoke to and you were very supportive to him, and you've supported him ever since.
Well, thank you, Brendan. Well, that's very true. Brendan and I was working at Heathrow Airport on a job called T2B. Brendan worked for a company called McGee's and I was working for Balfabetes. And when as soon as Brendan would see me with the bucket on the ground, he'd be over to me and he'd be telling me about these ideas he had about doing this vintage run. And because of the nature of what Brendan does, going around the clubs and pubs and taking pictures, and he knew an awful lot of people. And I said to Brendan, you know, if you're that passionate about it, and I knew Brendan's efforts before with raising money for different charities, especially for Donegal Hospice and different places like that. And I thought, well, should Brendan go for it?
Well, thank you, Hugh. It's great to see you here today at the London Vintage Day. And of course, the sun is beaming down, and Hughie and myself now is going to go and get a little bit of liquid. So we're going to take a very short break, and we'll see you soon.
We'll be back. Put the kettle on. We'll be back shortly.
Yeah, we'll be back. Welcome back to the show. We are here in Greenford at the London Vintage Rally Day, and I've been joined by the Leonard family all the way from Crossmolina. Hey! Oh, Sean, how many of your family is here with you today?
I've one brother with me and a son and a sister, Evelyn.
Yeah. And all these
Grandchildren. That's my brother's daughter and our kids, Siobhan. And PJ, the main man here.
Oh, good man, PJ. Are you driving, PJ?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you able to drive better than your uncle?
Yeah.
Now, Sean, tell me about this tractor you've got.
I bought it up in Northumberland about 5 years ago, and it was broke down, and it was a job we were on a wind farm, and the farmer had an old tractor and he wanted to get rid of it, so I bought it off him. The crankshaft was broken in it, and we fixed it up and we got it running, so we took it here a couple of years now to the show.
And do you do many vintage days?
Not really, no. It's when we get a chance. Busy all year, but it's nice to come out here today, and it's good causes.
Well, it is. It's supporting a great cause because, of course, today is all about charity, isn't it?
Yeah, it's all about charity.
Well, listen, Sean, enjoy it now. And when you're going back to Crossmolina, will you make it tonight on this tractor?
We might go for the August for Belmullet, for the 15th of August in Belmullet Fair Day in Belmullet. We might be back there.
All right, good man. All right. Take care.
Wood carver, carve me a house of my dreams. Carve me a valley, make me a stream. Runs through the mountains and under the trees. Would carver do this for me?
Well, I can carve you a house.
Sam, can you tell me, what are you making?
Oh, I'm making traditional ladderback chairs.
And how much effort and time goes into these?
It takes about 2 days to make a chair.
Now, you're following in family traditions, aren't you?
I am, yeah. This is the trade that my grandfather did, so supposedly I'm second generation.
Now, Daniel, can you tell me about the process that you go through once Sam has done his work here? What happens next?
Well, I suppose it all starts, we go to the timber yard, we spend hours selecting the perfect timber, then back to the workshop, cut it all up into pieces. Sam will then turn it on the lathe, do some stuff by hand, cut pieces out, steam the backs and then shape them by hand. And then I step in and help with the seating of it, so we do traditional rush or shaker tape, and then it's trying to sell them after that. So I'm working on our presence online, got Facebook, Instagram going, which Sam's grandfather never had, and coming to the shows and enjoying the day here and seeing what people want.
And the finished product is absolutely fantastic.
Thank you, we think so too, yeah. A lot of love goes into these.
Yeah. Now, Sam, how can people have a look at what you do? Have you got a website?
We do, yeah. We have a website, Riches and Chairmakers. We also have a Facebook page. So yeah, just follow us on there. Really, it's fairly straightforward.
Excellent. We'll keep up the good work.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you very much.
Cabbage that's green, have plenty of spuds raised with butter between. For 8 empty bellies would soon need a fill, for it makes a man hungry, the old thrashing mill. Yes, it makes a man hungry, the old thrashing mill.
Hugh, now I saw you in action there. You're a great man with the fork.
Yes, I started off at a young age, so I haven't forgotten.
And have you always done this thrashing here at the Vintage Day?
Yes, we've been doing that now for quite a few years, yes.
So how much effort goes into getting all this ready today?
Well, we have a farmer up near Luton who is Felix. He comes with a big tractor load of shaves for us, and then we put them onto the horse and cart and bring them up to the thrasher.
And Jim, what part do you play in all this?
Well, I'm the one that grooms the horses and helps harness them up. Mainly Hughie and I do most of the grooming. Ken's our boss, Ken Allison, he's in charge, the horses belong to him.
And what are you thrashing here today? Is it barley, wheat or?
Barley, yeah.
Now, was it difficult to learn that tune you were playing on the fork earlier on?
I learned that at a very young age as well.
Mickey Cohen, you're a rare one, you're known both near and far. From a humble start in Galway, you grew up to be a star. With fire in your heart, you left your own hometown, promising yourself no one was gonna.
Now, Seamus, your brand new song course, The Mighty Man from Mayo, that's going really well.
Yeah, it's going well at the moment. It's only not long out, like, and it's getting a lot of requests on Midwest. It gives I'm going to Ireland for 3 months, so it give it a bit of the tour a bit of a boost for me, like, you know. So it's great, like.
So will you be touring all over the west of Ireland, or is it all over Ireland in general?
All 32 counties, but a lot of my work is based around Mayo, Galway, Leitrim and Galway as well, but mostly 32 counties.
Now that song, did you put the words together for it, or who wrote it for you?
A fella from near Turin wrote it, a fella called Kieran Henry.
Well, it's a typical Seamus Moore song because it's a bit of fun, but it's a really enjoyable song, and that's what it's all about.
There's a bit of a story to it as well, like, you know, and a bit of crack. Yeah, it's something that I've always done, like the Winning Dream and the Honda 50 and things like that. So it's in the same vein. I was lucky to get it now.
Even as a young man, everybody knew his name. Came from Tuam in Galway, cobble fighting was his game. Mickey Cohen, you're a rare one, the folks around would say. Whatever will become of him, I often heard them say.
Now, you've done a very special song many years ago, of course, for a man up in Manchester called Mickey Cohen and the Cobble Fighter. And I know on our radio show that's very much requested. And Mickey is always interested in your song. He's a big follower of yours.
And indeed he is. I know he wasn't well there for a while. He just come out of hospital. And every time my song was played, either on the television or on your show, he rings me up without fail, tells me, Seamus, Martin played you, or I seen your video on the country show and all that. So he keeps me well informed, like, and I was talking to him only yesterday actually, and he's keeping good now, even though he's just out of hospital, but he's in good spirits anyway.
Seamus, enjoy the summer over in Ireland, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you very much, Martin.
I live on the farm 3 miles from Kilkelly, talking to myself, living on my own. I took out a singles ad in the Farmer's Journal and another one on Midwest Radio. I'm a mild-mannered, middle-aged, mighty man from Mayo, living a quiet life out in the country. I'm 6'2", never drank a drop of porter, but I'm looking for love, some female company. First to call was Mary from Bohola, pretty as a picture, a lady so refined. Well, I took her for a spin on me Honda 50.
And tell me a little bit about your time with the Irish World newspaper.
I started in the Irish World in 1999 and I came originally for 2 days. I was in reception and then transferred into sales and marketing. So I've seen many changes over the years, but I enjoyed the paper and working on it very much. We have a digital edition anyway, and we have a very big online and web presence. But most of our readers, even those over 60, are actually computer literate, but the feedback we receive still indicates that they like to read a newspaper and like to see stuff that they find on the internet also on the newspaper. So the paper is going strong, and it's growing in circulation steadily, and we have the digital edition as well. But if people want to buy it and they can't find it, for instance, they just need to ask the shopkeeper. But it is available in all the leading supermarkets.
I know that the paper and yourselves are always trying to encourage people to send in their stories.
Yes, we are. We're happy to take any stories that come in. Also, we would like photographs as well to coincide with the stories. If you're celebrating a birthday, an anniversary, any special occasion, if you send it in to us, we'd be happy, and we'd be happy to print it. And it doesn't matter what part of the country you're from. We're happy to take the information from you and put it in the paper.
Well, absolutely. And of course the paper is getting bigger and bigger all the time. There's more pages in the paper. There's a lot more stories and coverage of different things like festivals and everything else.
That's correct. We try to keep up with everything that's going on around the country and in Ireland as well.
Now, are you enjoying the Vintage Day here today in this beautiful sun?
I am indeed. I'm having a thoroughly enjoyable time selling raffle tickets for a very good cause.
I'm a mild-mannered, middle-aged, mighty man from Mayo, living a quiet life out in the country. I'm 6'4" and I drink a lot of porter. I'm looking for love, some female company. I'm a mild-mannered, middle-aged, mighty man from Mayo.
I've been joined by the current London Rose, that's Grania Hawks. Grania, are you enjoying the day?
I'm having a fantastic day. It's a glorious, glorious weather, so it's a really, really great day out.
Now, when did you become London Rose?
I became London Rose on the 19th of May, so not all that long ago, but I'm enjoying every minute so far.
And are you looking forward to going to Tralee?
Yes, very, very excited. So my family down in Dublin and in Tipperary and Limerick, they're all really excited. They're making the banners already, and then everybody here in London has been so supportive, and they're all really excited for me as well.
Where are you from back home?
From Castleknock in Dublin, so north side Dub.
Well, we've had a wonderful day here at the London Vintage Rally Day. We've all enjoyed it. We hope you've enjoyed it at home. The sun has been shining and it's been a real cracker. So until next week, Henry McGlade is back at 7 o'clock and I'm back with the Irish in the UK at 7:30. Until next time, from Grania and myself, take care.